Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, if you're an 8th grade student tuning in right now, I really need you to listen closely. Your words are a literal superpower. You can literally shape the world around you and change minds. But like any superpower, it comes with some major responsibility. So, how do you change someone's mind without tricking them? That is the ultimate test of this new superpower of yours. True persuasion isn't just about loudly winning an argument or, backing someone into a corner. It's about using your skills for good. It's about leading someone to see your perspective because it's genuine, it's well-constructed, and it's undeniable, not because you pulled a fast one on them.
Okay, let's dive into this. The absolute ultimate goal here is to inspire change without manipulation. When you use rhetorical techniques responsibly, you're basically building a bridge to your audience. Whether you're writing an essay, delivering a speech in front of the class, or honestly just having a deep conversation with a friend, persuasion is an incredibly powerful tool, and the why behind learning it is simple. It absolutely must be used for good. You want people to agree with you because they are inspired, not manipulated.
To do that, well, you need the right tools. We've got 3 heavy hitters in our ultimate rhetorical toolkit: analogy, emotional appeal, and logical appeal. When you combine these 3 devices into a single paragraph or argument, and you make absolutely sure to avoid any deceptive fallacies, your writing doesn't just become persuasive, it becomes truly magnetic. Let's look at exactly how this works out in the real world. Consider the number 17. Let's say you want to convince your school to start a recycling program. You could just say, hey, recycling is good, but that's kind of weak, right? Instead, you use a hard, logical appeal. You hit your audience with the fact that recycling just 1 single ton of paper saves exactly 17 trees. Boom. That is logic. It's an undeniable, concrete fact that grounds your argument in reality. But logic alone can sometimes feel just a little bit cold. So we add some warmth. We contrast those cold, hard numbers we just talked about with this beautiful analogy. Joining the school recycling program is like planting seeds for the future. Suddenly, you're painting a picture. And to bring in that emotional appeal, you ask your audience to imagine a cleaner playground and fresher air for their younger siblings. When you put that image right next to the logic of the 17 trees, the argument hits the head and the heart. It's incredibly powerful. Now, what's really interesting about this is how you can apply it directly to everyday student advocacy. Just imagine writing a letter to your principal urging them to put healthier snacks in the school vending machines. You wouldn't just complain about the current snacks. No, you'd mix factual health data, that's your logic, with personal experiences about how sluggish students feel after a massive sugar crash. And that's your emotion. You are blending facts with real-life impact to persuade the person in charge. It's a real game changer. Let's look at a third example. Say you're writing an opinion piece for the school paper calling for more art classes. You could lean on a really powerful analogy, like saying art is the soul's exercise. You blend that perfectly with statistics showing how art improves student creativity, and you wrap the whole shebang up by displaying photos of actual student artwork. Analogy, logic, and emotion all working together in perfect harmony to make a completely balanced case. So how do you actually put this into practice? Well, here is your step-by-step formula for building a persuasive, unstoppable paragraph for your assignment. Step 1. Craft a compelling analogy. Step 2. Weave in an emotional appeal that genuinely connects with your reader. Step 3. Back it all up with a concrete, logical appeal. And Step 4, which is absolutely crucial, avoid fallacies. Don't use fake data, no unfair attacks, just keep your logic sound and your argument clean. But hold on, your job isn't done after the first draft. The final steps of your assignment are to share, review, and revise. Share your completed paragraph with a partner and carefully note their reaction. Did the emotion actually land? Did the logic make sense? Then you revise your paragraph to strengthen your evidence. And most importantly, this is your chance to double-check that your argument is entirely ethical. Did you actually persuade them, or did you accidentally try to trick them? So the crucial point is understanding the moral rulebook of your superpower. On one hand, we have manipulation and fallacies, using sneaky tactics to get your way. On the other hand, we have truth and love and integrity. This right here is where ethical persuasion lives. Your rhetorical skills should always, always be used to lift others up, not to mislead them. I want to slow down for just a second and look at this a bit more deeply. The source text actually gives us a biblical morality tip pointing to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15, which advises students to be speaking the truth in love. According to the curriculum we're looking at, when you use your persuasion skills, your ultimate aim must always be truth and integrity. Why? Because persuasion that's rooted in pure honesty builds lasting trust. Clever words and little tricks might win a quick argument today, sure, but trust is what builds a reputation that lasts a lifetime. Which brings us to a foundational concept found in the Heroesmartacademy Godly Learners series. Education without morality will hurt. The curriculum's philosophy here is super simple. What is the point of being highly smart, well-educated, and incredibly persuasive if those skills are just used to make bad choices that end up causing pain? True education, according to this series, has to go hand in hand with a really strong moral compass. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate reward for combining education with strong biblical morality, as taught by the source. Pointing to Romans chapter 8, the curriculum highlights a promise of peace of mind to everyone who keeps their minds spiritual. The source material really emphasizes that finding this peace of mind is meant to be a real, everyday, lived experience for students. When powerful words and brilliant thoughts are guided by integrity, the intended result isn't just a great persuasive essay, it's genuine internal peace. Which leaves us with one final, completely vital question to ask before we wrap up this explainer. How will you use your superpower of persuasion today? You now have the rhetorical tools, the analogies, the emotion, the logic, and you know the moral rulebook presented to keep it ethical. You've got an educated mind. So here's my challenge to you. Take these tools out into the real world, aim to speak the truth in love, and go inspire some incredible change.